In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can create a guardian farm for your survival world. This particular guardian farm is really quite compact. It's really small and it's really easy, and the best thing is you don't need to get rid of all of the water. This works just fine. So right now my game is in peaceful mode, but if I switch it to hard mode and just wait a little bit, you will see tons and tons of guardians spawn. Then the idea is that our guardians will go underneath these bubble columns, which will shoot them right up into the portals. Then on the other side they will fall onto these campfires with hoppers underneath them, and once they die their loot will be collected and will be put here into a storage system. These are all of the resources you require to build this bad boy. As you see, we need many blocks, but more worrying, we need almost 3 stacks of obsidian. I recommend you collect this obsidian from the end if you don't already have an obsidian farm. So anyway, mainly resources and also temporary blocks are always a good idea. Now, I assume that you have found an ocean monument, but if you haven't, I really recommend you go check out this website called Mine Atlas. All instructions on how to use it are on the website, so just Google Mine Atlas and it will explain you how to use it. It's really user friendly and very simple. So your first task is to get rid of the elder guardians. Normally there should be 3, one here, one at the center and one on the opposite side. So now that that's done, we want to get rid here of this structure at the top. Just get rid of it, leave here this floor however, and get rid of all of the vegetation all the way up to this border here that goes around the entire top of our ocean temple. So just do those 2 things. So now go to each corner here and build up until you reach the surface. So do that on all 4 corners and then link them up using obsidian. So let me just show you quickly a demonstration. So this is what you need to do on all 4 sides. Now we need to place 3 obsidians like so on each corner with a block on top. So there we go. Then you need to join the blocks at the top between themselves using obsidian like we did for these obsidian platform thingies down there. We need to do for up here, so just do that like so. And then another thing we need to do is to place like this in 2 opposite corners, this sort of arrow kind of thing. And then we need to place 2 obsidians like this in each direction. For those who haven't understood yet, we are basically creating nether portals. So now we want to again place 3 obsidian with 1 block on top like this, and then we need to again connect the blocks with obsidian, and there we go. So there we go. Now we need to place a border around the outside obsidian portal thingy, and this border needs to be 2 blocks away on all sides. And now place 1 block underneath and 4 blocks above. This is the height of the wall that you now need to create. Now we must transform the top layer into a roof. So I've already done half of the job just to show you what it's supposed to look like. And now we must cover the entire layer with slabs. Now that that is done, as you can see, we can light up all of these portals around. Normally you should have 8 portals, 4 huge portals and then 2 small portals. So there we go. Then grab yourselves a water bucket and place water like this against the bottom row of nether portal. Do be careful, if you place it wrong you could destroy the nether portal, so make sure that you don't destroy it and that you place it here against your nether portal blocks. So go around like that and then do the same thing on. It might not have been clear, but you must also do the same here for this wall. So basically just go around like so, and by doing this we are bringing the level of the water up by 1 block, which means that it'll be easier for our guardians to fall into the portal. So just go around and place your water, and once that's done, normally you should see that your water is higher everywhere, which in my case it is. Now we must place soul sand like so on this platform thing here, everywhere where there is no blocks. So where there is portal and where there is this wall, you must not place soul sand down here. So there we go. Normally it should create bubble columns everywhere, and it does get a little bit laggy on the frames per second side, but luckily though it doesn't affect the rates. Just, you know, if you don't have a very good computer, I'm going to warn you that you're going to experience quite serious frame drops. Anyway, normally you should have 3 rings like so. Now it's time to go to the nether like so, and there we go. Now here on each side you want to dig a 2 by 2 by 3 square, so do that on both sides. There we go. And then you want to take your blocks and replace these blocks here with regular building blocks. So there we go. Do that again on both sides, so like so. Normally this should look like a border. Anyway, you need to make this a second block higher, so like this, and then take your glass blocks. This is optional, by the way, you're not obliged to do this with glass, but basically you need to create that sort of thing to make sure that our guardians do not escape from their killing chamber. So there we go, we're locking ourselves in. Then you can get rid here of these blocks that separate each side. Then place like this hoppers going all the way across. If I can do it, there we go. Then place here 2 blocks, and on top of these hoppers place campfires on both sides. So there we go. And this is how they are going to be killed. Now of course you need to go back here to your chest, where you will place your chest for your items to be collected. Now of course if you want to make a bigger storage contraption, you know, you can do something like this, where you add more chests below and then you add more hoppers pointing into them. Anyway, this should probably not need explanation, but yeah, you need a storage system. So now go to the back of your temple, dive down here to the middle of the back. Normally this should be a 2 block wide space. Choose any of the sides and start placing 128 scaffoldings, which is equivalent to 2 stacks of scaffoldings. Once you run out of scaffoldings, simply go to the top, and that is your AFK spot. So here we go. I am now on top of our farm. This is the AFK spot. I will go AFK for 20 minutes to see how many drops we receive. And so that marks 20 minutes that I have been AFK. I'm excited to see what we have collected. So let me just quickly go to the nether. Oh boy, that's a lot of noise. Okay, well, first of all, as you can see, we get a lot of ink sacs. Those are just guardians attacking squids. They don't actually end up in your collection system. Jesus, this is really loud. Okay, it seems like it has quieted down. Let's see what I have. Okay, this is really good. Do I have anything more? No? Okay, well, this is everything I collected in 20 minutes. So imagine what you can collect with a full hour or a overnight AFK session. If you are interested in building a villager trading hall, which is extremely compact and super small and costs barely any resources, then I recommend you click on screen right about now. Else than that, bye!